How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at the RX-93 Nu Gundam Verka from the movie Char's Counterattack. Let's hop right into this. So starting this off, this kit can be a little intimidating when you're first looking at it. It has a high parts count and extreme attention to detail, and if you're not careful you can break a few pieces. But if you built a master grade or a couple master grades and you have some under your belt, you will feel fine just jumping right into a Verka. This kit was produced in 2012 and it is a very finicky kit in parts, but we'll get into that once we get into articulation and everything. A couple more things is this kit was specifically designed for Amuro. It was built in a 3-month time span, I believe, in the movie. I won't go into heavy details or spoilers because I still want you guys to be able to enjoy the movie. But without saying too much, let's get right into this review and jump right into articulation. So starting off, we'll start at the head, and you do get a full 360-degree spin with the head. All you have to do is lift up a little bit to clear these shoulder parts. It does look up a decent amount, and it does look down a really great amount in my opinion. Moving on from that, we'll move on to the arms. And the arms are a little sticky, but not too bad. You just use some dish soap or something, you can loosen them up, but you do get a full 360-degree turn out of the arm right there. You do get a nice elbow joint that does go up that far, almost meeting the other arm piece, but not quite, still decent enough. The hands do rotate full 360 degrees if you want to, but they're very stiff and they tend to breaking because this is a Verka kit, so these kits are pushed to their limits. Moving on from that, we will start out with the waist joint, and it does turn a little bit, not very much. These parts right here get caught on the front guards, but they do pop off pretty easily, so if you really wanted to turn it, you can do that. Moving on to the legs, some pieces will fall off because this kit is a Verka, so you just have to keep that in mind. You do get a honestly, it's a kind of a terrible kick up, but this kit does come with a stand, so you don't really have to complain too much about it. You do get a decent little bend at the knee, but these guards and these pads right here are really blocking a lot of the articulation, in my opinion. Going down to the ankle, you can twist them left and right, almost a full 360 degrees, but again, the armor does get in the way. They can go up this far and down that far. This is one of the better I'd say high heel situations, but it's a good kit. So I guess I'll add this to the articulation part of the review. This kit does have a psychroframe in it, which I don't believe is canon for the movie, but it is in the manga. I guess we'll jump right into that now. This armor piece does pop out like so. It's a little stiff, but there we go, exposing that bit of psychroframe right there. The next bit of psychroframe is in the chest parts right here, and I'll use my fingernail to open those up. Not very hard at all. This one sticks a little bit. A lot of pieces on this kit stick for some reason. So you do see the little bit of exposed psychroframe right there. Onto the abdomen, which is a little tricky to open up. You go right underneath the back right here, and you see this little flap. You just lift up on it like so, and then pull up, and you're left with your exposed chest plate right here and here. Onto the arms, I really won't show you how to open those up. You see this little exposed gap right here. All you have to do is pull up a little bit on that, and it's not really worth it, in my opinion, for that small amount of exposed, psychroframe. Onto the legs, and this is a very easy portion of the kit to transform. You're just going to pull, not like that. I'll snap that back on there for you real quick. I don't think I should stop the video for this one. But you just pull down. It can be a little bit tricky. There we go. You see that little bit of exposed frame right there. It's really not a whole lot. You can pull this knee guard out, exposing that frame, and then you move further down here to the leg, and you pull down, exposing frame all around the leg right here. And the last little bit of psychroframe, well, not even psychroframe, but it opens up, so I'll count it, is these back guards right here for the boosters. These are on both sides. And they're pretty detailed. It's not bad at all. Usually these kinds of pieces are an afterthought, so they don't really get much care or love or attention. I guess that's all of the articulation, so I reckon we will go right into accessories. The feet also do have a bit of cycle frame in them. You can slide those up right there. You can see that. It's really not a whole lot. It's a very simple feature. So moving right into accessories, this kit comes with a Hyper Bazooka. This kit comes with quite a few accessories. The Hyper Bazooka does extend like so. Try to give you a better look. See, it is red right there. Very nicely detailed. Move on to the new beam rifle, or the Hyper Beam Rifle, or whatever you want to call it, honestly. It's a very beautiful little design right there. It's cut very nice, so the panel lines and everything are super deep. It does leave a lot of room for customization, though. This kit is a little basic in that it's just pretty much two-toned overall. I would recommend painting it up at least a little bit. I only have it panel lined and a few decals on it. It didn't really feel like putting all the decals. It is a lot. So now we'll move on to the beam sabers. This kit comes with a primary beam saber. It is double-sided. It is double-sided. It does come with a shorter end and a longer end. This kit also has a backup beam saber, which is stored in the forearm of the left arm, I believe. We'll move on to the fin funnels that you get. And you do get 6 of these bad boys. Now these things can be configured in a couple of different ways. You can have them opened up like that. You can have them closed to sort of mimic a beam tack, sort of. You can also configure these into a shape that fits on the backpack. Now, I don't really like putting these on the backpack because they're super unstable. It does have notches right here, if you can see that or not. I think it shows up. Yeah, these notches don't really hold that well. They're kind of just for show, so I primarily just have these sitting on the base, and I'll show that configuration in a little bit. Move on to what kind of decals and stickers that we get. We do get 2 sheets of stickers and a decal water slide sheet. Now this sticker I didn't really use any of. This is supposed to be for a lot of the inner frame, but I felt like it did not really work right, and I'm not really a big fan of stickers in the first place. Saying that, these are some that I had to put on there in order to get the cycle frame bits to shine. I do plan on going back and repainting this kit. I think I might just get another one instead of going through the hassle of completely taking it apart, ripping stickers off and all that. This kit also comes with a very, very impressive water slide sheet. Now, when I say impressive, I mean very, very meticulous. There is a lot. I want to say there's like 100 little decals on here, and I really did not feel like spending the time to cut them all out and place them right and do everything. I just didn't have the time. Now, I think that's all the accessories that you can attach to the Gundam aside from the stand itself, and I'll put the stand right here just to show you. It comes with 6 arms, and these arms can move, but if you move them when they're attached, you lose the ribbed, the ribbed thing. I guess I shouldn't call it ribbed. It's notched out so it can sit in there and not move at all. Now, you do need to take these arms off in order to adjust them, otherwise you'll be stripping the plastic and they won't hold their shape anymore. I'll go ahead and set this up in a configuration that's holding them so we can kind of show that off. I accidentally left this out earlier, but this is the shield. I completely forgot about it. I don't know how it slipped my mind. You do get articulation right here in the shield area. This connects to the forearm piece. And it does have very deep lines for panel lining and, painting overall. Like I said, I only put a couple of water slides on this kit. So here's the stand all set up, and as you can see, it's a large stand, and this thing does have a massive shelf presence. There's a lot of articulation in the arm joints here, but like I said, you do have to be careful not to snap any pieces. A lot of the pieces on this kit are very delicate. I'll go ahead and put the Nu Gundamverka on there and show you what it looks like when it's actually on the stand. Now, to attach the Nu Gundam to the stand, there is a joint right there that you need to put on. You do have the option of whether or not you want to take off the backpack right here. The joint, or the slot to put this on, is in between the backpack and the Gundam itself. I never do it. I think it's a waste of time. You can just kind of snap it on there as is. I'll go ahead and pop it on there. Here it is all set up with its V-fin funnels and everything, and it absolutely has a massive shelf presence. This kit is awesome. It's delicate. It's beauty in itself. honestly, that's pretty much it for all the accessories. So I guess we'll go into the final part of the review. So closing out this review, this kit is absolutely amazing. It's a technical marvel. There's so many detailed pieces in it. I would say I would just be careful because there are a lot of fragile pieces since these kits are pushed to the absolute limit. One thing I missed out on the articulation is that the hands do have independent joints in all the fingers, so you do get a lot of wiggle room when you're doing any kind of poses. Um, I would give this kit a solid 9 out of 10, honestly. 9 out of 10 will do it. A couple of pieces I thought were a little too fragile and could have been cast a little bit better, but all in all, not many complaints at all, honestly. Um, Once again, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this, please feel free to like it, share it, whatever you want to do. I try to do these weekly, so I'll try to have more content coming out. This is my first Gundam review. I'm breaking away from the Evangelion this week, but I'll be moving back to it next week. If you want more of this content or you want to see more, please be sure to check out my Instagram or my YouTube, both by the same channel name, Barry Gunpla. And always, thanks again, guys. See you next week. Stay tuned.